Hey guys, it's Clay on the trail. Um, been home for about a week now from this trip that we took up to Kings Peak. Um, kind of disheartened. I just sat down to edit video and everything, and the first, say, 10 videos I took of the trip in, first night's camp and all that stuff, turns out they were just pictures. I didn't actually take video. I'm still figuring this camera out, driving me nuts, but I can't go back. Can't go back and fix it. I at least got a video of the summit and the trip back to camp from there, and then I ended up doing a similar video when I got home because I didn't catch very much of the way home, but it'll be at the end there. So just a recap of what I missed because I'm such an awesome cinematographer, I guess. The first day, we drove up the forest road to where the road going into the Henrys Fork trailhead is, but it's not plowed. So we ended up skiing. It was like I want to say 3.4 miles, something like that, from the forest road to the trailhead. And then we went another 5.9 miles, almost like we were within 100 feet of Elkhorn crossing. And we set up camp there. We started going up the summer hiking trail, normal trail, and it gets real narrow and real tippy, and we kept rolling our sleds, everything. So we ended up walking down a dirt hill down to the river bottom and then just cruised up the river. I mean, the river doesn't go up and down hills and isn't full of trees like the main trail is. Anyway, that worked out real good. It was a long day, but we all made it. We were happy to get to camp. We were all pretty exhausted at the end of the day. You'll see we were on skis. Shane and his son Croyden were on split boards, but using them like telemark skis with skins. Theirs was pretty heavy compared to our real lightweight cross-country skis that Dustin and I use. But we were all pretty exhausted at the end of the day and happy to get to camp. The next day we got up pretty early. And again, that took a bunch of pictures. Thank goodness. I don't know what changed. We went to the top of the Henrys Fork Basin, and instead of going over Gunsight Pass, there's a chute right under Kings Peak, and we just went right to it. We dropped our skis off. I don't know, good quarter mile from the bottom of that chute and put our snowshoes on and proceeded from there. And just to catch up, one of these days, I swear I'll figure this camera out and actually start getting some good footage with the wireless mic. The sound is better, but regardless of whether you have a little fuzzy thing on your mic or not, going up that chute and at the summit, I mean, the wind was just howling and there's some wind noise, and I apologize for that, but that's what you get when you go do dumb things at high elevation and outside. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. We've been following this set of tracks here on and off, but they're fairly old as they keep going into open water over trees that are way exposed, so they're not new by any means. We're trying to break trail and kind of keep an idea of where the trail actually is. It should be way up over there on top of that hill, but man, the river bottom is so much easier to get around, even for some of the stuff we've had to go around. There is open water, but we're on like 3.5, 4 feet of snow on top of the water. Water's 6 inches deep at most. And so far, we've been lucky. We've had bridges on almost every spot we needed to hit. All right, we got us some skiers. They're actually on split boards. They're gonna make an attempt at skiing down the Kings and then the chute itself. Dustin and I are going to take the more appropriate for our skill level route and snowshoe it. This spot right here looks kind of ugly. But not very bad, I guess. Up here, though, it has collapsed a lot. And, okay. Well, I'm just looking right here. Where they went is now in the river and super steep, and I think we're going to lose our sleds. So we're going to have to bail.
Possibly between these trees right here?
Up here, but this is steep. I mean, do what you want to do. I'm past it, so I'm going this way. Oh, come on. It helps to talk to your sled. Give it encouragement. So on a spot like this, you'll have tons of momentum, but if your sled catches that tree, you come to a very abrupt stop. But man, how pretty is that? Whew. Just like that. Don't let your sled catch that that tree. Man, it's like a little piece of heaven right here. Bonsai. Yowza. That's what happens when you have your carabiners too loose hooked to your pack. All these guys are runners instead of tight to their pack, and it lets their sleds creep up on them. Youch, like that. Good thing he was stopped. Wowza! That was pretty awesome. So I don't know why I always have the squeakiest skis, but brand new skis, brand new bindings. Sound like I'm calling geese. So we're at 5-something miles. Plotting for somewhere between 6 and 7. But that was also counting the first 3.4, whatever it was, as 2. So a little ways to go. All right, we've been following some other guys' trails, but they went up to the hill into the trees. So Croyden got to ski that section backwards, getting pulled by a sled. That's awesome.
You want to tell you want me to?
And we're going this way. Whew. But now we're breaking our own trail. It's the breaking part of it isn't that bad. It's finding it. Okay, guys. It's morning and we've decided to leave camp here. It's going to be a like crazy, we're figuring 17-ish mile day with the summit, but we're just going to carry our sleds with just the gear we need today and leave camp here, and that's going to make it go way faster. Kind of a chancy thing, but we may come home in the dark. Anyway, we're just packing up, getting ready to go, getting our skis all de-iced and everything packed, so we'll get on the trail. All right, ready? We're on?
Yep, we're on.
Okay. There's life flight. They must have heard we were coming. That really is life flight. At least they'll be here. So we're doing 40 steps and resting. Yeah, that's red and white. Life flight for sure. Anyway, doing 40 steps, resting 20 seconds. 40 steps, resting 20 seconds. And Doesn't look like we've made it too far, but it's been a ways. We did drop our skis way back and our sleds, and we just brought the bare essentials for the summit. All right, guys, this is the stupidest thing I've done in a long time. Again, that chute we came up is right down there. We're, I don't know, a quarter of the way up Kings. The actual summit is right there. South Kings is right there. It's the second highest. And Gilbert is right over this way, and it's the third highest in Utah. So we are tired of tripping over rocks with our snowshoes. These guys are putting their snowboards together. They're gonna actually snowboard Kings. This is ridiculous, but way down in the bottom there's where we ditched our sleds, and that seems like 20 miles away. And yeah, camp's a long way away. We're going to be doing it in dark. And now we took our snowshoes off. This is going to be soft. Or very not soft. That's almost like ice. Oh. All I ever do anymore is make old man sounds. All right. One step at a time, folks, one step at a time. We can see the summit, but we're that far away and have a whole lot of uphill between us and there. This is the nicest trail we've had this whole trip. What's that right there? I about went in. My toe caught something is the only reason I didn't.
From the bottom of the chute, the peak is only 1.4 is the crow fly?
No.
1.5.
Oh.
The bottom of the chute is the crow fly, yeah.
But it's a lot more the way we walk. Here's some wind noise for you guys. I'll see if I can block the wind here, folks, but they're standing on the summit. I cannot believe we made it. I almost turned back about 6 times. I can't remember the last time I was this tired. And I don't know what time it is, but usually Kings Peak, if you haven't summited by, noon, you bail. I bet it's 5, 6 o'clock. 5:30? It's like 5:30 and we're almost there. And I only could recommend that on full sunshine days in the winter when we don't have thunder. This is a good place to get yourself killed. 50 more steps. Or 100 more steps. And it's brisk up here. Well, here is the highest peak in the state of Utah. This is horrible. April, what's the date? 28th? April 28th, 2023. And normally, you would do this a month ago. We've had so much snow this year that you can do it right now. Oh. And we get to, for the first time, call our loved ones and let them know we're all right. We'll leave out the part where we almost cliffed ourselves out on an ice shelf and didn't make it, but this right here is the top. And check that out. All right, Dustin, kick this off. Heck yeah, man. Right on. It's so fun. Am I masted? You are masted. Double check. Because I'm looking at like right here. I'm looking at right here where there's not the surface snow that we've had. And I don't know if it's better or worse on the other side of this, but I know that
Rockier.
okay. I want to get where you are and go just barely to the left of that rock and then get underneath it.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
But I can't do it with you there, so I need you to go there and then get out of the way so I can come to you. Or else I'm going to go there and I need you to wait here till I'm out of the way. Okay. Time like red. You can go faster than that, though.
I know, I'm trying. Chain of ice here.
You gonna wait there?
I'll wait right here.
The ice doesn't bother me, those rocks hurt.
The ice is hard to brake on.
What's it look like?
Right under here is a good shot.
so cold I can't even, like, it's hot.
I'm actually doing okay. I don't see his pole. And looking at his tracks, they hung way left, and I think they did.
I hope he got it.
Right here, bud. There it is.
Rocks hurt. This is what I remember, is building up so crap you had to move over to get going again.
Or you could just quit using your brake.
Well, I have been quit using my brake, and I'm not going anywhere anymore.
Sit up.
I would snowboard this. I would not have boarded the upper piece. What? Get where it's steeper?
Yeah.
And you can actually go?
Maybe.
Because I can't even go.
Me neither.
It is, I didn't catch my Velcro and my zippers open like this far, and it just packed full of.
We're making faster ground,
Oh,
but this is almost as tiring as going up.
I mean, I guess so, but I'm doing fine. Maybe it's because I'm, like, I know, unless we have an avalanche right now, we've made it.
Got a ways to go, but we're there.
I was actually walking our snowshoe trail, and it was pretty nice. And we kind of know that's where we need to go. Yeah, these guys are got to be loving this lower section.
Oh, I bet I didn't even tell them. Look at the carb.
All right, so we got to camp last night at like 10:30. We made it out of all the sketchy spots in the daylight, but we got to ski all the way back to camp in the dark, which was fun. We go full moon skiing several times a year. We only had a half a moon, but you could still see what was up, and we put our headlamps on. Anyway, I could barely eat anything. I was so sick from yesterday's, all the effort put into that. I made some really good orange chicken, and I ate like, I don't know, 10 bites. I thought I was going to throw up. This morning I was able to get some oatmeal down. Still didn't feel awesome, but I also drank a quart of water, and that helped the most. So we have taken a very leisurely morning. The sun was hitting our tent by the time we got up, which up here is pretty late. So we did 11, I forget the numbers exactly, but if I'm wrong, I'll put them in the screen. 11.8 miles yesterday. In 13 hours. but the elevation was the killer. It took us 2.5 hours to get up that chute and another 2 hours to make the summit. But this going out skiing, this big open meadow going out is awesome. Mostly downhill. Anyway, good times. Hey guys, oh, what a trip. I filmed like, what, I guess one scene that morning on the way out. And we were all absolutely exhausted from the summit the day before. It was, I mean, sketchy and dark coming down out of that chute. I was pretty just happy to be alive. Going on the way up, I almost fell down that chute going the wrong way. I was in a couple feet high on a little steep chunk of ice, and I didn't have my ice axe out yet. They had to come to me and get the ice axe out. I couldn't let go, and I started losing footing on one of my snowshoes. Like it was pretty ugly. The summit was awesome, and I know I did some video of all that. On the way out, we cruised out to the river the way we came in, and all of our ice bridges that we had crossed over the open water had collapsed. So we ended up dropping into the river and then having to climb back out of it. The trail the rest of the way out was narrow. We kept rolling our sleds. Guys kept falling down. We were just absolutely beat, and I did not record any of it. We got to the end, to the trailhead, and I would have paid a lot of money for somebody to come pick me up there, and we still had 3.1 whatever miles to go. And by the time we got to the truck, we were exhausted. All my batteries had died. I didn't even care at that point. All I wanted to do was go home. We did go into Mountain View. I ate some tradition. We stopped at Pizza Hut. We got us a deep dish pizza and Meat Lovers deep dish, and I could barely eat. It's just one of those things, and it's been a couple of days. This is Monday. We got home Saturday. I couldn't even walk yesterday, like getting in and out of chairs. It was rough. It's one of those trips that you don't understand how much effort you put out until you're done. And I don't know if you can see. My lips are blistered to death. I can't hardly eat anything or drink anything. I've gone through a full tube of chapstick in a day. I'm gonna have to go into town and buy some more. So anyway, that was the gist of our trip. And all that said and done, I've done it twice now. I don't see it in my future doing that trip again. But I'm glad that I was able to be there for my son to do the summit, and Shane and his son Croyden. Just great guys, but we were all hurting on the way out. There wasn't any of us that were having any fun. Within 2 hours of leaving camp that morning, we just all wanted to just go home, and it was a close to 9 plus, almost 10-mile ski out of there. And like I said, just the constant falling down, the constant suck of it. The summit was worth it, but that's it for me. I don't think I'm going back to Kings, at least in the wintertime. So anyway, it was a truly just absolutely epic trip. I'm over 50 years old, and I'm having to, I'm coming to some life's I'm having to figure some stuff out. I'm not as young as I used to do. My heart still wants to be out doing all this kind of stuff, but my body just can barely keep up with it. So it's hard. I'm at that critical point in my life where I'm having to decide, can I still do this kind of stuff or not? Yes, the answer is I can, but the recovery is painful. It takes 10 times as long. and I have to decide whether it's worth it or not. Is really what it comes down to. But I appreciate anybody that stood on and watched this. Um, Not only did I have an epic trip while I was gone, I hit 1,000 subscribers finally, and I just totally like I cannot appreciate enough the support that I get on this channel. I've said this 1,000 times. I started this just when my son was gone off to school, so he could kind of see some of the adventures he was missing out on. Maybe I was teasing him a little bit, but I was just trying to keep him knowing what I was doing, and it turned into something. And I just totally 100% appreciate all the support that I get. Please comment, subscribe. I would appreciate a thumbs up, and it's going to be a little while till I can move again, but I'll catch you on the next adventure.